let's review some ponies. We begin with the ponies enjoying their idyllic paradise, until a bunch of dragons, the Stratodons, invade. That escalated quickly. No, really, this is like 2 minutes in. Their leader Scorpan declares that the ponies will belong to the almighty T-Rack. Yeah. After the ponies are imprisoned at the evil castle, we run into Spike and... Wait, Spike used to be a villain?
It's okay, Amber. He's my friend.
Oh, come on! That could have been juicy!
Quiet, my friend. Your time will come.
Why don't you go and have a little fun? I won't stand in your way.
Man, they really did a good job replicating his voice in Gen 4. Meanwhile, Firefly, finds a human girl named Megan and enlists her help. Okay, 2 big questions. 1, how do humans work in this setting? Are we back on Earth? Megan was surprised by a talking pony, so I'd assume yes. 2, why did Firefly think a human girl was going to be any help against a bunch of raiding flying lizards? What's she going to do other than get captured? Exactly that. Wow.
Wow! Nice segue.
Scorpan, of all people, saves her and tells her to not get involved. Of course, Megan isn't going down without a fight. Back at the castle, T-Rack unleashes the power of darkness and... Holy shit, that's dark. He just mutated them into evil dragons.
They belong to me now. And Scorpan, if by midnight I do not have a 4th pony, a head will roll.
Apparently this is an 80s dark fantasy movie the whole time. On their journey, Applejack and Megan fall into the river and get stuck in a giant clam. Don't even squat along. Walked right into that one. After getting saved, the party makes their way to a valley inhabited by the famed Moochick.
I just forget where it is, but...
Was that the SpongeBob frowning sound effect? I mean, I know it's stock, but still. After an unnecessary but fairly amusing song, Moochick finds the almighty rainbow pendant. Inside the castle, Scorpan has yet to give T-Rack what he wants.
If by midnight my chariot does not roll, the head of your little friend will.
Oof. My little pony, my little pony. Afterwards, Scorpan decides he's going to betray T-Rack and... Wait, did I miss something? Seriously, did I miss something? He helped T-Rack get those ponies. Why is he now changing teams? Yeah, he spared Megan, but that was because she was of no use to him. If he planned to betray T-Rack the whole time, why didn't he just explain to the ponies what T-Rack was planning to do so they could figure something out? Like he did in Gen 4. Huh. They literally fixed a plot hole in Gen 4. Holy shit. For whatever reason, though, Scorpan ends up helping Megan and the ponies escape. T-Rack is hot on their tails, comes to blows with Scorpan. Doesn't go well for the latter. Thankfully, Firefly and Megan are able to steal the power of darkness right out of his hands. You'd think he would have secured that somehow? Still better than Chrysalis losing because she stared out a window. T-Rack gets it back, however, and uses it to consume the rainbow. But then...
The rainbow's fighting back!
It can't be.
Taste the rainbow,
dead meme. And I killed it. Anyways, T-Rack is defeated and his minions turn back into their original forms. Scorpan is revealed to be a prince whose kingdom T-Rack took over.
Aren't you gonna change back to what you were?
What are you saying?
Everyone laughs and we fade to credits. Alright, that was fun, but review will be afterwards. Let's move on to the next one. Just like with before, we open up with ponies having the time of their lives, only for Moondancer to lose her ball in a cave. In a shockingly mature decision, she's smart enough not to chase into somewhere she's unfamiliar with. Kid protagonist not chasing the toy into the villain's lair. Now you're really stretching my suspension of disbelief. We're introduced to the Bush Woolies and Rep, the latter played by Paul Williams? MLP having random huge guest stars has always been a thing, apparently. We then meet our main villain, the titular Katrina, played by Tammy Grimes, who also played the titular Last Unicorn. Okay, on one hand, the embodiment of purity, gentleness, and quiet feminine strength. And this one... I've seen some weird stuff on DeviantArt, and that reminded me of all of it. Anyways, the Bush Willie accidentally spills the witchweed potion. Katrina then tries to kill him for trying to escape. After taking some disturbingly realistic abuse here, Rep tries to excuse Katrina's actions.
She's really not so bad once you get to know her better.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Tall, evil, magical powers, cat girl, and a slave driver. If she was in Gen 4, you know she'd have an army of simps. Getting back to the titular little ponies, the baby ones are told they need to take a nap so they could stay up for the costume ball. Megan lets them play until they get tuckered out. In song form, of course. Sneaky. As a parent, I approve your methods. Well done. Back at Katrina's lair, the Bush Willies enact their plan to escape. Of course, Rep isn't on board with it.
Wait, let me talk to Katrina. Maybe I can get you shorter hours.
Shorter hours, yeah! It's too late for that. Right. Too late.
You know, this feels like something South Park would use to mock undecided voters being easily manipulated by empty promises. Unlike insert group of people you dislike here, however, the Bush Willies wise up and escape. Katrina naturally isn't too happy about this and tries to find them. She then realizes she can enslave the ponies to brew her witchweed potion. Wait, she has a giantess form? Good gosh, lady, the special has enough fetish fuel as it is. Anyways, Katrina's snowstorm is no match for the power of the rainbow. Rep then insists that she was so much nicer before she started using the witchweed potion. Saddle. It's about drugs! We get a short but very amusing song sequence showing off some backstory.
Now look what you've done! I'm out of witchweed potion!
Subtle. It's about drugs! Meanwhile, the ponies are getting ready for the ball, and Megan makes the wise decision of giving Moon Dancer the rainbow pendant to wear. I'll just put the ultra-powerful artifact around a child's neck. High security. Rep sees the whole thing and shapeshifts into a pony to steal the locket from Moon Dancer. Moon Dancer quickly defeats him, only for Katrina to step in and kidnap her. Megan and the ponies team up with the Bush Willies to locate Katrina's lair and save Moon Dancer, and Katrina attempts to recruit the ponies as her slaves and threatens to kill Moon Dancer when they refuse. Rip then declares, that tears it. I can excuse slavery, but I draw the line at baby murder. You can excuse slavery. He pushes Katrina into the pit where she clings for dear life.
Help, Rep! Help me!
I don't know, Katrina. If only you could change and be good again.
Jeez, Rep is a freaking savage. Anyways, Rep agrees to let Katrina free as long as she destroys the witchweed machine. She agrees, but needs some more of the potion to do so. Wait a minute. I thought the whole point of this special was that
drugs are bad.
But now they're being used to solve the problem. I just need one more hit, I promise. Now, if they actually had Katrina go back on her word as a metaphor for that, I would have been impressed. Regardless, Katrina destroys the machine and the ball goes off without a hitch. She and Rep are back to being a couple and everything is lovely once again. So, those were the G1 specials. And not half bad. Honestly, a solid foundation for this long-running franchise. Rescue at Midnight Castle was wondrously dark, even compared to some of the stuff we ended up getting in Gen 4. Can't imagine what it was like for kids that watched it back in the day. Escape from Katrina, on the other hand, got some genuine laughs out of me, and I can at least appreciate what the moral was trying to do. Characters were a mixed bag. Megan is a decent protagonist, and the villains are great, but the titular ponies are just kind of there. You wouldn't lose much by cutting them down to just 2 or 3. Animation was fairly decent, with props going to the backgrounds, and the songs, well, it certainly had some.
Hold it!
Oh, that's right, you wanted me to review Gen 4. My bad, it's been a while.